It's Reezy, owner of the Reason Sports Network, reporting live at the Reason Sports Center, and today I'm doing some work with CBS Sports. We'll be broadcasting the NFL game between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Tennessee Titans. The Raiders are led by these two guys, offensive coordinator Bryce Vitre to the right and future Hall of Fame quarterback Demarcus Williams to the left. Demarcus Williams is the best quarterback in the league, and this is Bryce Vitre's first year being an offensive coordinator for the Raiders. For the past decade, he's been the best running back in the league, and as soon as Demarcus retired from playing the sport of football, Demarcus decided that he needed this man to be their offensive coordinator. So right now, they're on a flight from Las Vegas to Nashville, Tennessee to play against the Tennessee Titans, and they're watching film on the Titans defense, specifically Vante, the defensive tackle. Bryce said that as soon as he cut on the film for the Titans, number 97 was jumping off of the tape. And number 97, Vante was the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 NFL draft. And throughout 2 games, he's hands down been the best defensive player in football. Already has 8 sacks on the season. 8 sacks as a defensive tackle. And Bryce told DeMarcus that he needs to get the ball out quick this week. And they'll be throwing the ball a lot. Austin is great at stopping a run, and the Titans secondary is low-key weak. Let's look at some of the Raiders practice footage this week. Here's Bryce Vitre talking to their star running back Kyle Smith, telling him how he won't be able to get the ball as much as he wants this week, but they'll still feature him in the game plan. Here's him talking to their number 1 wide receiver Vitre, and after talking to Vitre, he talked to their other receiver Kyle Williams. And the whole premise of the conversation is that these guys are going to be running a lot this week. And here's Bryce talking to his guy, his main man Demarcus Williams, the quarterback for the Raiders. And the relationship between these two guys is more than just a coach-player relationship. This is like a brotherly type bond between these two. And during practice, Demarcus showed off. He made eye-popping throws, like this fade to the sideline to their tight end Charlie Jolly, who makes a man miss and just walks into the end zone. This is what Bryce was talking about this week, getting the ball out fast, and right there you see Demarcus gets the ball out in an instant. That was an impressive throw, but in my opinion, the most impressive throw of the whole practice week was this throw right here. Put it right on the money. Only place where the receiver could get it. The DB, the corner, the safety, nobody could get that but him. But if we go down to Nashville, Tennessee, Vante, the defensive tackle, has been stressing this week. He always knew that the Raiders' offense was good, but when he finally cut the film on, he was blown away. At first, he just turned on the TV copy. He just wanted to get a basic understanding of what the Raiders were doing, and he was even blown away from that. The first question that Vante asked himself was, how am I going to get this guy on the ground? He gets the ball out immediately. And on top of that, he's an elite athlete, so he can run away from any defender that's chasing after him. It'll be a tough task today, but I'm excited to see how this Raiders offense will attack this Titans defense, and the Titans defense will defend against the Raiders offense. Let's head over to Nashville, Tennessee, where our CBS sideline reporter Jenny Caldwell was there at the game. Jenny, what did you get from talking with each coaching staff?
Hey Reezy, I talked with Coach Vitre and he told me that the Raiders will be fine if they block number 97, referring to Vante Austin. He said that Austin has the ability to win football games on his own if the offensive line doesn't step up. And when talking with the Titans, their coaches told me that playing sticky man coverage and getting after Williams is the key to victory.
Raiders get the ball first. You can see Bryce Vitre right here walking down the sideline getting prepared for the game. But we start the game off playing with Vante. Start of the first quarter, Vante lined up at the 3 technique. They would send the running back in motion. Vante ends up getting pressure. Williams gets rid of the ball first, and he gets the ball to the first-round pick, John Oliver. Vante gets pressure right here. Williams gets rid of the rock extremely fast, but Vante gets a little too excited, roughs the quarterback, and that'll be a 15-yard penalty. You can't have those type of penalties against the best team in the league. Right here, Vante beats the first man, gets double teamed by the second man. Williams has time, gets the first down. Bryce Vitre, his game plan, the Raiders offense has been on point so far this game. They haven't really ran the ball at all. Williams is getting rid of the rock fast. But right here, he doesn't get rid of the rock fast, and Vante gets his first sack of the game. And this is not an easy quarterback to sack. Extremely hard to get down on the ground. Vante closes on him, gets him down, and that's his 8th sack of the season. He hasn't even played in 3 NFL games in his career. 67 gets whooped. Vante closes on him, gets him down on the ground. That's a textbook rep. This is the Titans' chance to keep the Raiders from scoring some points. Vante ends up beating this man, but the running back does a good job of cutting him. He gets the ball to Vitre, who gets punished after he catches it. 2:30 left to go in the first quarter. Vante Austin gets pressure. Williams gets rid of the rock. And you just can't block number 97. After getting tormented almost every single snap, they decide to double team Vante Austin right here. Williams has time, but he throws an interception. His first pick of the season. And you know Coach Vitre is not happy about that. But the Titans couldn't even take advantage of that. Score is still 3-0. 1 minute left to go in the first quarter. Vante Austin ends up beating his man, gets pressure. Williams throws it down the sideline. What a pass. From youth ball all the way up until the NFL, you normally tell quarterbacks, do not throw the go ball versus 2-man. But when you have a generational talent like Demarcus Williams, he can make that throw 10 times out of 10. Austin beats the right guard, gets picked up by the running back. Another completion for the Raiders. Raiders come out in an empty backfield. They send the running back Kyle Smith in motion. Williams throws a screen to him, and Kyle Smith has the ball with a lot of green grass to run. And you know he has speed. Got tackled 22 yards down the field. What a play from the Raiders. Coach Vitre's offense is finally in rhythm. And that would be the end of the first quarter. The score is 3-0, but the Raiders are in the red zone. Now we're on offense with the Raiders and Coach Vitre. Start of the second quarter, Williams makes an audible. Williams, with time, decides to check it down to Smith. Ends up getting tackled, gain of 5. Second down, Williams keeps it on the option, has a lot of room, ends up getting the first down. He juked for no reason though. Raiders come with the screen. Williams dumps it off to Smith. Smith trying to outrun the defense, tries to cut up inside, gets tackled at the 1. And that brings up third down and goal for this Raiders offense. Can they get their first touchdown of the ball game? What is Coach Vitre gonna dial up right here? Play action, Williams dumps it off, and it's a touchdown. Bernard Thomas, his first NFL touchdown. The Raiders will get their first points on the board, and lucky for them, their defense gave the ball right back to them. And the Raiders will come out in empty formation. 4-down look coming from the Titans. They end up blocking Vante Austin. Williams decides to go deep. Vitre, the all-pro wide receiver, with his first big play of the game. Demarcus Williams, 13 for 15, 172 passing yards. 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Empty backfield once again for the Raiders. Williams keeps it on the quarterback draw, finds the lane, ends up getting 9 yards. You try to stop the passing game, Demarcus Williams is a threat with his legs every down. They hand the ball off to Kyle Smith. Vante Austin ends up getting blocked. Kyle Smith has a 5-yard gain for a first down. Pistol formation for the Raiders. 2:30 left to go in the first half. Williams drops back. Checks it down to Smith. Smith, can he get there? Gets outside of the goal line for a 9-yard gain. But the Raiders run a hurry-up offense and they get to the line ASAP. Still in the pistol formation. Williams drops back, sees man coverage, throws it across the middle. Touchdown, Kyle Williams. And the Raiders get the ball right back, up 17-0 with a chance to score once again. Williams drops back, goes deep, puts the ball right on the money. Vitre again, and he's going to walk into the end zone untouched. And you have to give credit to the Raiders offensive line. They double-teamed Vante Austin on this play, which gave Demarcus Williams enough time to get this pass off, and it's 7 points. But then the Raiders defense will get a turnover deep in the Titans territory, giving the Raiders another chance at 7 free points. Williams drops back, has time, decides to scramble, and instead of running it in, he decides to throw it, but John Oliver gets a touchdown. John Oliver is a subscriber to the channel, and he was a first-round pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. But that would pretty much be the end of the first half. 31-0, a second-half explosion by the Las Vegas Raiders. Welcome to the halftime show brought to you by the Reason Sports Universe. If you want to have a character on this channel, then make sure you stay tuned to the end of this video. You can be a character in the Reason Sports Network universe. We make content for high school, college, and the pros. You can submit a form. The link will be in the description. However, if you sign up with Patreon, you'll have a lot more customization and control over your character. The link will be in the description. You can also view your player's season and career stats online. The link will be in the description. I also added a social media feature for the universe to be more immersive. The link to that video will also be in the description. If you don't have Patreon, but you still want to be featured on the channel more, then make sure you're active in the comment section. You being consistently active reminds me to put you on the channel in some way. When you submit a form, your character will be put in the universe. You can see yourself in a live stream or video when teams play, but it's highly unlikely that you'll see me controlling your player throughout a game if you don't have Patreon. Signing up with Patreon gives you control over attributes, accessories, gives you a GTA face, control over your backstory, and you'll be one of the best players in the universe. If you're new to this channel, anybody that has a period next to their name means that they are a subscriber to the channel, and anybody that has an apostrophe next to their name means that they are a Patreon member. Now let's take a look at the recap of the first half between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Tennessee Titans. This game started off very competitive. I thought it would be a nice, good, even matchup. The defense was playing extremely well for the Tennessee Titans as the Las Vegas Raiders. But the second quarter came and then boom, the Raiders was like, nah, we ain't playing around. They put up 31 points in the first half, and I don't think Tennessee can stop them from doing what they want to do for the rest of the game. But I want to see how Vante Austin responds to the adversity that his team is facing. 4 turnovers for the Tennessee Titans though, that's ugly. Very ugly. And both teams' run game has been terrible, but Demarcus Williams has been doing his thing through the air. Now let's go over to our sideline analyst, Jenny Caldwell. Jenny, you talked with both coaching staff at halftime. What did they have to tell you about their team's performance in the first half?
Before they went into the locker room, I talked with Coach Vitre and I asked him how did they score so much in the second quarter after struggling in the first quarter. He told me that their main problem was the pressure being generated by Austin. Second quarter, they double-teamed Austin more and Coach Vitre called better plays so that Demarcus could get the ball out faster.
Titans got the ball at the start of the third quarter, did nothing with it, gave the ball back to the Raiders, and Vante Austin's pretty much just playing for pride right now. Williams drops back, Vante beats his man, gets pressure, dumps it off to Smith, 2 yards on the play. This was Vante's biggest fear, him getting the ball out immediately. And this is what Bryce and the offense planned all week. They tried to run the ball out the pistol, Vante Austin shuts it down, and this is why Bryce Vitre said that they weren't going to be running the ball this game. On Vante's draft scouting report, they said he had active hands. Right here, he shows off his active hands, makes the play at the point of attack. Vante lined up at the 3 technique, empty backfield, ended up getting pressure. Williams forces the ball and is picked off by Spencer McGee, a subscriber to the channel. He's a rookie, he was a 3rd round pick, and he went to Charlotte. His first career interception. Demarcus Williams played his first 2 NFL games this season without throwing an interception. In this game alone, he has 2 picks, and you know Coach Vitre is not happy about that. 1:34 left to go in the third quarter. Vante beats his man, gets pressure. Williams throws it to Dustin Wood for a 5-yard gain. And that forces a 3rd down. Let's see what the Raiders are going to do. Even though they're up by 31. Time is winding down in the third quarter. Vante beats his man, ends up tackling Kyle Smith behind the line of scrimmage. Even though they're getting blown out, Vante Austin is showing up and showing out for the Tennessee Titans. They've held Kyle Smith to 5 carries and 9 yards. We know one thing, Vante Austin is not the reason why they're losing this game. After a scoreless third quarter, the score is still 31-0. The Raiders are now faced with 3rd down, and even though they put up 31 points, Bryce Vitre is extremely competitive. He still wants to score. Williams drops back, head looking left, decides to fire it deep to the right. Kyle Williams gets into the end zone for another touchdown, 48 yards this time. And even though we know that the game is over, this was the dagger right here. When you have an all-pro wide receiver and Kyle Williams on one side, an all-pro wide receiver Zyrus on another side, and an MVP quarterback pulling the trigger, you have a great chance to win every single game. And that's what Demarcus Williams did today. 325 total yards of offense, 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He went 22 for 26, 318 yards. That's 84% completion percentage. The Titans got their little garbage time touchdown. The final score would be 38-7. The Raiders up. Vante Austin finished the game with 4 solo tackles, 3 TFLs, 2 sacks. Even though they got cooked in that second quarter, Vante Austin showed up today. Best player on the field for the Titans by far. But it's hard to play defense when you're going up against an offense with firepower like this. Demarcus Williams, 22 for 26, 318, 5 TDs, 2 picks, 84% completion percentage. The game plan worked out for the Raiders. They didn't run the ball at all, and when they did try to run, they were not effective. That front line is definitely something serious for the Titans. But when you look at their receiving options, 9 for 47 for the running back Kyle Smith, 5 for 163 for the wide receiver Zaires, 3 for 88 for Kyle Williams. John Oliver had 2 for 15 and a touchdown. Wide receiver production cannot get better than that. And here's a look at the team stats right here. But anyways, it's Reezy, owner of the Reason Sports Network. Make sure y'all like the video, make sure y'all comment on the video, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, and make sure you click on the post notification bell too. And make sure you like the video. Helps to get out to more people. If you want to see the #1 middle linebacker in the NFL dominating his game, then click this video right here.